Headley. Coach Headley coached with us here in 2015 and 2016 at Rose-Hulman when 2016 we won our conference championship and went to the playoffs. So I'd like to let him introduce himself.
Hey guys, Corey Headley. I'm the tight ends coach here at Gardner-Webb University. I just want to thank Nick for having me on. He's one of the best. I have people hit me up all the time, be like, "Hey, is this guy worth listening to?" And I'm like, "Yes, definitely listen to this guy. He knows his stuff." And it's just great to be on to, talk some ball during the coronavirus time and hang out and meet new people and have fun.
Where have you coached at besides Rose?
So I played collegiate ball at Carson Newman University in Jefferson City, Tennessee with Ken Sparks. We had a good time there. I stayed on afterwards in GA for a year. And after that, I went to high school ball for a year, and that was an experience. Love it. Those guys, you grind at the high school level, and it's been fun. And then after that, I was like, I want to get back into college coaching, and I applied for literally 1,000 jobs, got maybe 2 calls, and one of those calls were Rose-Hulman and with Jeff Sokol and Brian White, and drove all the way up to Terre Haute, Indiana in a blizzard, I'm pretty sure, and drew 10 guys up on a board and got a job. So that's always a great story to tell. And I thank Coach Sokol and Brian for the opportunity, because without that, I wouldn't be where I am today. So it's been fun.
Awesome. And then from there, you went to Christopher Newport and have done a nice job, and then got into your new gig right now. But we'll get started. Would you rather see a team great at one coverage family? So maybe they are a one high, they're going to do that, exactly what they're going to do, and they're really good at it, but you know how to attack it as a wide receiver or a pass game coordinator? Or would you like to see a team that is good at multiple coverage families? From the offensive aspect, what would you rather see, and what do you not like?
Yeah, so for the most part, if you're going to stay a Nick Davis one high, I'm playing press man across the board, I would much rather see that. One, because I'm an RPO guy, spread's a loose term, but spread it out, do multiple formations, try and dictate the defense. If I know that you're going to be at one high shell for most of the game, great, because then who knows how old your quarterback's going to be, but it's going to make things a lot easier for him. The reads you already know. Most of your pass game now, a lot of people do a 2 high beater, 1 high beater all in the same play. So in reality, a lot of people won't care. But for me as a quarterback guy, it's like, well, it's going to be 1 high. This week, we're pretty much going to work to the field most of the time, or you're going to take your layup or your shot to the boundary. So that definitely helps out a lot. But now, like I said, a lot of people have the 2 high, 1 high thing. I know the air raid is definitely 2 high, look this way, 1 high, look this way. But for the most part, if we can make the game slower and simpler for the kids, then by all means, let's do that. And that will help with a team that's a 1 high or 2 high shell the whole time and just rolls with it.
My next question is, do you think teams that give away that coverage structure, whether you're, from a wide receiver's aspect or a quarterback, if you're going to be a covered team that they're 5 yards off the ball and they give that away, would you rather see that team or the team that is always press man, but they'll play cover 2, they'll play cover 3, they'll play cover 1, they'll play quarters, and it might not be the best alignment for that coverage family, but they always look the same? Like, what team do you want to see?
That's a tough one. And it's funny because we've been doing our summer scouting right now and have been breaking teams down, and this is what we've been talking about a lot. And you and I have talked about this a lot. It's so much easier to game plan a team that does sound football, and they know what they're going to do, and if they give away their alignment, they give away their alignment. Like, it's no big deal. But it's when people mess up that you're like, I'm not sure what exactly he's doing. Like, why are they doing this? Why is the safety not off the hash when they're having a cut corner? Like, they're really ballsy right there. So for me, if a team's going to say we're going to give it away, to try, we're going to show early, fine, like, awesome, that's great. It's when they try to hide it so much that they kind of, don't do exactly what they need to be doing, and your quarterback's like, well, coach, we practiced all week that he's supposed to be doing this. He kind of messed up, showed late, didn't show late, or he's over top of 1 and shouldn't be over top of 1. So that's definitely a tough one. But yeah, if they give it away, sure, great, I love it.
As a former wide receivers coach, I know you played quarterback. In a 50-50 matchup, would you rather see press or off man?
Oh, gosh, I feel like Coach Cole and I had these conversations all the time. This is tech school back in 2016. Press man up the whole way. You know what you're going to get. You know what we're going to practice this week. So if I'm watching film on a Sunday, breaking the DBs down, I know, all right, 95% of the time they're going to press man, inside hand jam. All right, that's what we're going to practice this week. It's going to be super simple. I know the technique we're going to use, as Urban Meyer says, 3-step walk, squirt release, whatever you guys want to call it. We're going to do those rather if they're inside press, outside press. It doesn't really matter. We're getting to our landmark. We're going to hold the line because off man, press bell, you're making your receiver think more. Just as a DB's coach is going to say, be patient, be patient, be patient. Wide receiver coach is saying the same thing. Be patient, work, win the line of scrimmage, get vertical. Well, if I'm going to stand there and win the line of scrimmage and this dude's press bailing, all right, well, I've wasted a little movement. I need to get out of it. You're making us think more than what they need to think. We want to make them to be as simple as possible. Get vertical now, win the route. Understand that if he's going to be chasing your hip, understand that's what he's going to be doing. Whenever kids press bell or they play 3 to 4 yards off, I feel like there's more teaching involved, which is great, but it's also something you got to spend time on. And throughout the week, as you know, especially now that practices get shorter and shorter, there's less time, less individual, more teamwork. So if you're telling me to pick between those, I'm going to go press man the whole time.
My next question is, what do you think is harder for a wide receiver now? Obviously, this is going to be the whole route tree, but do you think inside leverage man or outside leverage man for a whole route tree? What do you think is better for the offense?
Oh, inside, because that's what you practice against. That's what you see. There was very few Alec Thompsons in the world who will two-hand jam for giggles or bump outside just to be bumping outside. It's just try to be as conformative as possible. Help the kids understand that 99% of the time he's going to be an inside jam hand. He's going to open the hip, be patient, motor at the line of scrimmage, and bail. I can teach that because I've been in DB's rooms. I know what they're going to say, so that's what I can reiterate to the wide receivers. It's when, being unpredictable. And that's like to a defensive coach, that's what you, in my opinion, need to be. We talk all the time about stuff like that. Be unpredictable. If a kid is good enough to do that, he can hop in and out, even head up on a receiver. Yeah,